you know, like I'm just thankful, you know, to Jesse, you know, for thinking of me, and like Jesse's sister is my best friend. She did the audio, or like the voiceover for my student film, which was horrible. But I guess he remembered like the pencil test from that, you know, and in his sort of struggle to find a studio that animated classically, I guess, like, you know, like he thought of me like a friend of his little sister, right? And then he called me up one day and like asked if, you know, we could do it and if it was possible. And but you know, he was, you know, he was pretty adamant or confident that, you know, that I could get the right people together and actually direct the thing, which is not what I do. It's like I'm an animator, I just draw, right?
We just saw it as based on what the client wanted, what the band wanted. They wanted an 80s feel to this mini movie that we're making for their music video. So once we started designing and planning out a story based off their music, we came up with a very, like I said, an 80s Transformers influence.
It was hard getting started because, from what I get from it, they were finding it hard to find a studio that would actually sit and draw classically anymore, like frame by frame, and which, you know, is exactly what we do here at Kaleidoscope. We had the treatment that Jesse and Al provided us with, and we just decided to take the thing shot by shot from the beginning. Like, our storyboards were supposed to start a week earlier, but due to another project in the studio, we had to, you know, start late. So by Monday, we sort of had to have like storyboards like really hashed out. And
where normally we'd have a week, we had 2 days.
Yeah. So
it had to be done immediately. Like, what you see here is what we did over pretty much just 2 days of just coming in and sitting down and just going shot for shot what we wanted to show. Like, we didn't have really any idea. Like, we were drawing as we were making it up, so we do a drawing and put it up and just take it from there.
Like, I think about halfway through we started cutting together the animatic and sort of ended up killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Because like we had a hard time visualizing, you know, just looking at a board and listening to the song separately, where beats were gonna hit and what events were gonna happen. We had them like fly into the city pretty early on, just to sort of, you know, just have things more fast-paced and engage, you know, people like from the get-go rather than sort of work up to something.
It was nice to have the people that we worked for so receptive to what we wanted to do. I mean, I think in the original plot for what they were doing, I mean, these guys were running through fields of marigolds and on the beach and, you know, dying together, drinking wine and things like that. And it all came back to like, well, I mean, who are these characters really? Like, what's more interesting? So we gave them more of an edge, you know, instead of a field of marigolds, we have them at a knife fight. Like, I always use the reference of Bonnie and Clyde, or Sid and Nancy type of individuals.
And, you know, so we finished the thing, you know, shot 1 to the final shot, and then had pretty much a phone conference to Toronto with Jesse and Al, and sort of pitched ideas and sort of watched it simultaneously. It went through like what was happening, you know, why it was happening, sort of ideas that, you know, we wanted to bring to the table and what we were thinking, which ultimately they could have, you know, flat out rejected and say no, stick to our treatment.
They were very receptive.
Yeah, they were very open, and,
which is good,
and which makes it really a better project to work on and work for, and, you know, to put your all into.
We thought it would just be another music video. We'd be done in a couple months, a couple people, and that's it. And we saw how much money we were going to get, and how much creative freedom we were given too. So then we decided, hey, let's see how far we can take this, how far we can push the designs, how far we can just create our own story for this, you know, 3.5, 4 minute thing.
All right, man. So this is how I just got it set up. stack, like crisscross stack right to the bottom.
Yeah. No, sounds great, buddy. Sounds
And
great.
there's multiple copies of each. What we're doing tonight is Jeff is putting the markers to these. Basically adding the highlights to tell the characters, so we know how they're going to look as far as the highlights go. So the animators know where the highlights go. Those markers don't bleed very much anyway, but the paper does suck the life right out of the marker.
25 to 35-year-old males will definitely get what we were going for, because everything from all the animated effects to the backgrounds, we're just going with a classic early 80s cell animated sort of look. And even though we're just doing it frame by frame, just using flash as like traditional digital paper medium sort of thing, just animating it traditionally, which will be very difficult because we're not Japanese. We're only Canadian, but we're going to do our best, and so far it's looking good, and we're on schedule, and all the storyboards and designs are pretty much done. We're in the middle of backgrounds, and we're in the middle of prepping for rough animation, so we'll see.